On this week's episode of 3D Printed Soup, action figures made of nothing but this and these. That's right after this. Hello fellow makers and welcome back to 3D Printed Soup. Recently I've been doing lots and lots of action figure printing, and I've done everything from simple 5 points of articulation Kenner style miniatures like this one here, all the way through to ridiculously complicated ones with joints and butterfly joints and clips where they all move and they've got dozens of points of articulation, and they're really cool. The only problem is with both of these, it's plastic on plastic joints, and plastic on plastic, as we all know, will eventually wear through. It's not quite as harsh as plastic on metal, but still, you bend this enough, you get weak points and eventually they snap. So I was digging around on a few websites and I found this zip tie guy, or 3D zip tie guy, and he makes really nice designs. They're very similar to this, but instead of plastic on plastic butterfly clips and ball socket joints, they use these zip ties. Now zip ties are made out of nylon, which means they're very strong, but they're also very soft as well, and they're also very smooth, so they don't wear out as much. He uses those as joints, as elastic. He combines them into these really complicated but really clever pieces of 3D printing technology, where you can bend the legs as much as you like, you can move them, and they're not going to snap and they're not going to wear down. So I ordered myself his Spider-Man one. Well, it's not Spider-Man, it's Man Spider. It's a homage to it. If Disney asks, it's nothing to do with Spider-Man. If Marvel asks, it's nothing to do with Spider-Man. But let's face it, it's got everything to do with Spider-Man. I have purchased this from his website. I've not been given this. This is something which I bought from my own funds, and I'm looking forward to building it and seeing if it is as cool as it looks in the videos and on his website. So, links in the description below as always. Before we do this, however, thanks to everybody who has liked and subscribed this month. We're up to 250 subscribers. Thank you so much. Hugely appreciated. If you haven't, now's the time. Drag your cursor down. Give that subscribe button a click. Fantastic. Welcome to the family. Now, let's get 3D printing and see if we can't build ourselves a really cool, fully articulated Spider-Man, but without the clunky joints, with nice, smooth zip tie joints. Let's give this a print. Okay, yeah, this guy turned out really, really nicely. The board and socket joints work perfectly. They go all the way up to the top of his head and all the way down. They go fully around. Head all the way back, all the way forward, left and right. He's got a middle swivel. He has got a torso crunch. He's got legs that go right out and right back, and there is no danger of these things falling off. They move perfectly. And check this out. His back leg goes right round. You can touch it onto the small of his back. And right forward again, and there's not a single issue with that. That's not going to snap. It just goes right round. And this works because of the zip ties in the joints. They're stretchy, they're springy, but they're also really, really strong. So there's no way you can actually snap them. They're just going to basically twist any way you want to. And the cool thing is, when you line it up, move it round, it stays. You can move these any way you want and they stay. It's even got articulation on the toes. And look, holds and stays in place. That is absolutely fantastic. Huge kudos to the guy for doing a wonderful piece of engineering here. And he doesn't just do Spider-Man, there's a Batman one, there's one where it's just basically almost like a lay figure. You know, there's figures that artists use to get ideas of position for pictures and for designing. This is absolutely amazing and I'm very, very, very impressed by it. Do I think it's better than the other ones? At the moment, I would say this is possibly the best 3D printed action figure I've ever done. And I'm looking forward to printing out some more, getting some more parts. There's interchangeable heads, there's interchangeable feet and arms. You can get different torsos, you can get weapons, you can get props for it. You can even get one of those really cool, amazing Yamaguchi clips that holds him up so basically you can do dynamic poses. Basically not having him on the ground, holding him up in the air. The one you get with really expensive action figures. So yeah, hugely, hugely impressed with this and I'm really looking forward to printing out more and seeing what other stuff I can do. I wouldn't recommend printing this in resin. I've seen people who claim that they've tried to and it's made an absolute mess. There's parts of this which need supports and there's parts that don't. And yeah, this printed out first try, didn't have to do any second prints. And this is just on dynamic printing, so not even on the highest level, and it's come out really, really nicely. Yeah, much kudos to the guy who designed this. Thanks so much for watching 3D Printed Soup. Feel free to like and subscribe. Stay happy, stay safe, keep printing.